today I'm joined by a very exciting heavyweight who's recently burst onto the scene, a guy by the name of Cassius Chaney. How are you?
I'm good. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm good, my friend. So, first of all, you really interesting character burst onto the heavyweight scene. People start talking about you're on the undercard of Sergey Kovalev, and you recently signed to Main Events. I first started talking about you when I interviewed Kathy Duva a few months ago, and you came up then, and her exact words were, you got a lot of charisma, you sell a lot of tickets, and you're a very well-liked guy within the sport. And the other thing, my friend, you come from a basketball background, is that correct?
Yes, I played basketball in high school through college, and right after I finished college basketball, I started to go right into boxing.
Yeah. Okay. So you were you considered a big, a future star? Because from what I've been reading, a lot of people were.
Well, I was. What did you say?
Oh, I was just going to say that a lot of people. I've seen some of the shows you've been on, and a lot of people quite surprised that you gave up basketball. From my understanding, people thought you had some real talent there.
Yeah, I was pretty good at basketball. I would just. I think I just, I don't know, mentally, just able to play. I knew how to. I knew how to score and play, and my game in college was consistent.
Yeah.
So, people were really surprised that I decided to box. I know a lot of people wanted me to play football and things like that, but, I always thought that I would end up boxing. I just never really had the time to do it. So when I found the time, I decided to just go ahead and do it right away.
Yeah. So had you not really had much boxing experience at all? Were you like a real, had to start from scratch in your 20s, it sounds like?
Yeah, I started boxing when I was 23.
Yeah.
I didn't have a lot of boxing experience, but I had a lot of fighting experience. You know what I mean? Just growing up, I'm from Baltimore originally.
Yeah.
So just growing up, and I always used to watch it. And just my neighborhood that I grew up in, just, we fought, and then I played basketball. So I didn't think the transition for me would really be that hard.
Okay.
I need a transition, boxing, fighting-wise, I would be all right. It'd be more about me standing in the gym.
Okay. Okay, very interesting. Well, so did you have any amateur fights at all, or not?
I had 27 amateur fights. I was 24 and 3.
Oh, okay, nice. So you got a nice little amateur cushion there. It's not fast.
Yeah. I jumped right away. I turned open right away. I won 2 national championships. I was ranked number 2 and 3 for the USA. My second year boxing. So I was creeping up. I was creeping up on people. I fought a lot of the top guys, and I beat a lot of the top guys in the amateurs right away. So I think that from that standpoint, I felt good because I was going away to camps as an amateur.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Wicked. Well, very interested to find out about all of this because it's not the usual route into the sport. Growing up as a kid, were you a big fan then of boxing? Who were your idols, so to speak?
My idols, of course, Muhammad Ali.
Yeah.
I'm named after Cassius Clay, so
of course.
Yeah. Of course, Cassius Clay, and then I am a big fan of Lennox Lewis and Holyfield. Bernard Hopkins. I met Joe Frazier when I was little. Philadelphia.
Yeah. Oh, wicked.
So, it's a lot of guys. Lennox Lewis always stood out to me for some reason. Whenever when I was playing basketball, I liked his style. For some reason, I don't know why. Just his style, his size, and I thought my body was similar to his. So, I always enjoyed watching Lennox Lewis.
Yeah. Okay. Brilliant. Well, what do you make of the current heavyweights at the top of their game at the moment? You've got obviously got the Klitschko's, and you've got Deontay Wilder. You've got Tyson Fury coming up behind them. Who? What do you make of the guys currently top of the tree?
I like a lot of the guys. I think right now everybody sort of has their own, their own flavor, their own feel. I think, to be honest with you, you got Charles Martin, Gerald Washington, Amir Mansour.
Yeah, you got some good.
I mean, there's a lot of different guys out there. I think it's just tough, sort of. I think it's just tough because a lot of guys should be fighting each other, but right now, the way the state of boxing is, you don't have to. You know what I mean? Like you don't have to fight a top contender to still get paid unless they're in a mandatory position.
Yeah,
so
very true.
I think from that standpoint, it's still kind of, the sport could get back to that top. It could, but it might not because, right now it's about getting the most money without having to take the highest risk.
Yeah, yeah, exactly that, yeah.
And I just think like this, so I don't really necessarily agree with everything Al Heyman's doing, but if everybody got on the same page, then, you would have to have the top guys fighting the top guys.
Yeah.
Whereas right now, the top guy might say no because it's too high of a risk and I'm not getting paid the same. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly what you mean.
But if everybody getting a fair amount of the payment, then yeah, you'll fight the top guy. You know what I mean? You can have the top heavyweight back again. Anthony Joshua, he's moving fast. Dillian White, he's moving fast. A lot of these guys are moving up, but then they might get stuck at some point because a top guy with a belt might not want to fight him.
Well, you talk about Dillian White and Joshua there. They're obviously, if they come over their next fights, they're due to fight for the British title. It's a big fight over here. Who do you like in that one, mate?
Oh man, I never met either one of them, but I read and watch a little bit of both of them. I think it's a 50-50. I think it's a 50-50 fight. I think they both have their own confidence. They both have their own styles. They both fought in the amateurs. I think Dillian White beat him, but
he did.
Also the pro game is a little bit different from the amateur game. We all know that.
Oh, yeah.
So, I just think it's like a 50-50 type of thing. I think they both just, it could be like a, I don't know. They both kind of similar. They're not really like movers. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. I really don't know. I think that's like a 50-50, I think they both pretty good. So,
okay.
I don't know. I don't really want to pick on that one.
Okay, man. Yeah. Fair. It's not an easy one to bet on. Well, back to you, mate. Let's talk about where are you training at the moment, and who do you train with? Who are the sort of people are in and around your team?
Well, I train in Narragansett, Rhode Island.
Okay.
I train with Peter Manfredo Sr. is my trainer.
Oh, okay.
And I came to him probably like my second year into boxing, and it's been really good. It's just really him right now. Chris Bird worked my corner for my last fight.
Oh yeah, okay, so, excellent.
Yeah, so maybe I'll start working with him a little bit more. I'm not really sure yet who maybe my second would be as far as a trainer, but Ben Baker, the basketball player, the former NBA player, he's my corner. He's my second. Yeah, he's my second corner man. I've known him since I was 14 in high school. We went to the same high school together.
Oh, cool.
And he's a big boxing expert, big boxing fan. So, he's been in my corner from pretty much since I've known him. So he's usually my second corner man. But I haven't decided on, Chris Bird or Harold Knight You know, I've met a lot of great guys in the boxing business, good people, you know, but, you know, you still try to figure it out, you know?
Of course, mate. Of course, mate. I mean, you know, people take a while to sort those sorts of things out. And obviously, so you know, we're only 3 fights into your career, and you fought three times quite quickly. What's the plan now? So you've sort of had your baptism of fire, so to speak. Well, what do you want to do now? So what do you want to do in your next 6 fights, or your next 5 fights, or the next year? What would you like to do?
The next year, I'm supposed to fight eight fights this year, so I have about 5 left. But I just want to keep getting better.
Yeah.
You know, just keep improving, get stronger both mentally and physically. I think I think really, to be honest, like I tell people all the time, the way my style is, I will give anybody problems. You know, for them to get me, they would have to use their experience. You know.
Yeah.
You know, I don't think anybody with the same amount of experience as me will beat me. You know, you have to really try to, like, figure out, hope I make a mistake for you to get me. You know what I mean? I don't think anybody can overwhelm me, you know, with power or anything like that. I'm strong and I have good eyes. So I just want to continue to get better, improve every fight, and stay humble. And, you know, the hardest thing I've learned also is just from amateur to this is a business now, you know?
Oh, yeah.
You got to, like, you know, make sure you speak up for yourself and make sure that, you know, things are going the way that you need them to go. Otherwise, if you don't speak up on it, it'll never happen. So I think that's the biggest thing for me, just staying humble and, you know, keeping my mind and being sharp and being smart. I have a college degree, so I think, you know, that's something I have to continue to use because I think a lot of people forget that I have a college degree.
Yeah. Yeah. What did you study in?
I started sports management.
Oh, okay, cool. Okay, cool. So that's something that'd be very good for you in the future. Obviously, if you're going to be a professional athlete, that's good thinking, mate. Well, you're talking there. You've probably got another 5 fights this year. You signed to main events. You must be over the moon having them pick you up so early in your career, so early after turning pro. That must be great. And Kathy said you're selling out all the time and doing great tickets. That must be great having a whole area behind you.
Yeah, well, you know, I have a large fan base here in Connecticut due to me playing high school basketball and then college basketball here. I've always remained, you know, just cool with my teammates and things like that. So, you know, and I work with kids here, so a lot of that is part of the kids and their families and stuff. You know, I'm extremely to be signed with main events, you know, because, you know, they know how to bring along heavyweights. You know what I mean? You know, Lennox Lewis was with them for a large part of his career.
That's a good point.
And they had Evander Holyfield, and I think they had Andrew Pilata at one point. So, you know, and maybe Michael Grant too. So the heavyweights have been involved with them for years, and that was my biggest thing on signing with main events.
Yeah. Okay. Brilliant, mate. Well, it's great to hear. It's funny how dramatically the boxing landscape has changed, especially in America over the last even 6 months. It's been absolutely nuts. I don't know what your thoughts are about all the things that have been going on with the PBC and free TV and things like that.
You mean the boxing rankings?
The PBC, free TV and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah, I do like with the TVs on free TV. But you know, I think that, you know, everybody has a different opinion on that. You know what I mean? And you know, I know that you know, a lot of people are upset about this, but, you know, from a fighter standpoint, I don't really know. You know what I mean? A lot of the fighters seem happy about it, so, you know, when you look at it from that standpoint, you know, you can't really be upset about it, you know?
I know
But when you look at it from the promoters and things like that, I understand why they're upset about it also, because, you know, they want to make fights for their fighters also, but if one guy has a whole division, it's hard to make fight. You know what I mean? Make good fights for their particular fighters. You know what I mean? So, you know, watching on regular TV as a fight fan, I'm happy that it's on, that you get to see it for free and not always on pay-per-view and HBO and stuff. So, I mean, or Showtime. You know what I mean? But if you want to get the best fights, everybody probably should and need to work together, you know?
Of course, mate. Of course. If only. Well, finally, mate, I just wanted to ask you, talking about a lot, you know, some people listening to this would never have seen you fight. Who would you compare yourself to someone that a lot of people would know?
I would say I'm athletic, like Ali. My body, my athleticism is sort of like Muhammad Ali. I can do a lot of the things he did.
Okay.
But I would say old school fighter. I would say probably maybe a mix between Muhammad Ali and Lennox Lewis. You know, I'm a puncher. You know, I can punch, but you know, I think I have my own style. You know, I think a lot of people like that. Yeah, they like the afro, and you know, I just have my own style. So I don't know. It's for them to judge and then ask me, and then I'll tell them.
Yeah. And who's your favourite sort of world champion currently at the moment across all the weights? Who do you really like at the moment?
Currently, world champion, I got to go with Floyd Mayweather.
Yeah. Okay.
You know, and I'm a big fan of Klitschko's, but I would say Floyd Mayweather and Klitschko and Sergey Kovalev. I like those guys. But I would say Floyd Mayweather. I'd go with Floyd Mayweather. I got a chance to watch him spar the day before, you know, when I got to Las Vegas, and it was just like, you know, it was just great to see it.
Yeah, cool. That's cool, actually. That's really cool. Well, mate, it's been brilliant to get you on and find out all about you. You're making some noise, even over this side of the world as well. And I'd just like to wish you all the best with things going forward, my friend.
Thank you. I really appreciate the interview. I've never been out the country, man. So if I get out the country, you gotta come down to wherever I'm at so I can meet you.
Excellent, mate. Brilliant.